Yeah, this is Dave from cheapbooks.com. I'm playing World of Tanks. The tank I am playing is the SU152. It's a Russian Tier 7 tank destroyer. The map is Sand River. It's in assault mode, and I'm on the defending team. I'm also working on a mission which is to cause 3,000 hit points of damage for Operation Stuke 4. I consider it to be an impossible mission. I've been trying for a long time. The best I've gotten is like 2,600 damage. Unfortunately, this seems like it's a good place to sit and snipe from. It's actually not very good at all. This tank behind me can't be there. He's got to move. I'm going to ram into him when I withdraw, and it's not going to be a fun sight. He really shouldn't be there. I mean, there's plenty of places for people to play. Guy doesn't have to be on my butt. You really want to be in the center of the map as much as possible. When you're over here, it's really difficult to hit enemy targets. You don't want to play with people like that. I mean, there's enough room for two people. He shouldn't be fighting with me to take that spot. There's plenty of room on the map for everybody. That sucks. The enemy team is not very aggressive. They're really chicken. If I were on the enemy team, I would have assaulted a long time ago. I would have already penetrated the enemy lines.
We didn't even scratch them. Ready to fire. One of our tracks is damaged. We're dead for. Everyone
That
get
sucks. Okay, so that's the SU152. I didn't fire a lot of shots. You don't get a lot of shots out with the SU152, unfortunately. I'm going to get into another tank. I am going to play... I need to research this. So I have a new tank destroyer, which is the T-28 prototype, which I will need to purchase and start playing. Okay, so let's get into another tank destroyer. I'm going to play the ARL V39. And I'm not very good at tank destroyers. It's something that you'll hear me say almost every time I play a tank destroyer. The fixed turreted tanks, I'm not very good at them. There's a lot of people that are way better. They know how to sit back and relax and snipe at people. This tank, when you upgrade the gun is very powerful, but it has a big disadvantage. It has a huge turret on the top. And that turret is an easy target, and a lot of people will kill me just because of that huge thing on the top. I'm going to move to the right side to get onto the high ground.
Time to roll out.
And hopefully we'll have spotters. Having spotters makes a big difference. You can see there's another ARL V39.
Target acquired. Target unlocked. Target acquired. Where'd they go? Ready to fire. Penetration. Our engine is knocked out. Where'd they go? Track hit.
It
We're
sucks.
done for. Everyone get out.
Yeah, I don't like these tanks like the ARL V39, but you gotta play them. I play almost every tank. I've got almost every tank up to tier 7 or tier 8, with a few exceptions. So I'm going to give it another go with the SU152. I have had good games with this tank. These tank destroyers, you really excel when you have a good spotter. If you don't have a good spotter, you're going to have problems. One of the problems will be that you're very vulnerable when you're alone. I certainly know how to kill these tanks. You just have to get around the side or get around behind them. They're very easy to kill. But unfortunately, there's not a lot of good spotters out there. You know, people don't understand the concept. That is, you spot the tank and you wait and let your allies kill them. What people think they have to do is just spot tanks and then go somewhere else. And that's why they don't get a lot of experience.
Let's get this show on the road.
You know, a spotter will get more experience than... Oh, God, I can't believe I got to deal with this. If you're a spotter, all you have to do is spot tanks. You don't even have to shoot at them. And you will get more experience than everybody else as long as you spot them and allow your allies to shoot at them. If you try to be a spotter to engage the enemy, then you'll fail. You won't get as many experience points. Like this VK, he's all the way up there ahead. If he tries to attack the enemy, then our team is at a disadvantage. He needs to hide and let us do all the damage from the back here. Let's hope he does that. And my experience tells me that he probably won't. He'll probably try to kill whoever he can, and
Permission to engage. I don't see the target.
we really need those tanks to be respotted. You know, whoever spots those tanks is going to get the credit if we kill those tanks. But they got to do it. We can't do it on our own. And it's too bad. They were great targets for me. And, you know, our light tank should be at the front, and he's not, and that's a huge mistake.
Ready to fire. Target released. Ready to fire. We didn't penetrate their armor.
Let's nail them hard.
Enemy armor is damaged.
It's hard to believe that tank is still there. I mean, why did our team allow him to go unnoticed like that?
Lost. Target acquired. Where'd they go? Target acquired.
It's only worth 21 hit points, but gotta take whatever I can get.
Where'd they go? Permission to engage. I don't see the target.
Okay, so I'm gonna head to town, since that's where the remaining targets are. I probably only got 700 damage. I need to get 3,000 to complete my mission. I'm going to use the bushes to give me a little bit of cover. Looks like it won't matter. Still won't be able to hit those targets.
Penetration. We didn't penetrate their armor.
We won. So that's the game. I didn't get the 3,000 hit points of damage. Maybe I got 1,500. Oh, 2,000. That's pretty interesting. I only got 3 penetrations. It has a long reload time, which limits its ability to shoot as often. And I really, really, really want to complete this mission. It's possible I might need to upgrade and get a different gun. 175 390, 175 390, 135 700. Faster reload. Better penetration. This gun might do a better job. I don't know. I'm going to play another tank destroyer. I'm going to go back into the ARL V39. This is a good chance to take a look at my crew. You'll notice that I have 3 skills for my commander. I've got 2 for the gunner, 2 for the driver, 3 for the radio operator. This is a female. She's got the Sisterhood of Steel. And I've got 1 for the loader. You want to have the most for your commander and for your gunner. And depending on what type of vehicle you have, you might want more for a radio operator, perhaps if you're an SPG. And if you're a light tank, you might want a lot more for your driver. So the reason why I have more skills, and they're not all the same, is because I would take those crew members from other tanks. Let's say the loader, for example. The loader usually only needs 1 or 2 skills, like camouflage and maybe repairs. And I would take the loader and I would swap him with the commander. So if my loader on a high-tier tank has 3 skills, I'd make him the commander on a low-tier tank, and I would take the commander from the low-tier tank who has maybe 1 skill and make him the loader on the high-tier tank. And then I've got a better equipped tank. So all of my tanks have 6th sense. They all have things like mentor or recon. They all have camouflage. With the domination mode, it's more important to have repairs than to have recon. I'm sorry, than to have camouflage.
Let's get this show on the road.
Okay, so because of the situation with this type of a tank, I'm going to try and find a sniping position. It's hard to find targets on this map with this tank. If you can find targets, it's either because your team is really, really, really winning, or you're really, really, really losing. So I'm going to try and find a sniping position. My experience is it's not that effective. And I am working on a mission which is 3,000 hit points of damage. The best I've done is 2,500.
Target acquired.
They got 1 artillery unit I got to be mindful for. That's their artillery, obviously. So I've got a certain amount of time before he reloads.
That one bounced. Permission to engage. Where'd they go?
I'm going to keep on moving so the artillery hopefully goes somewhere else.
Enemy armor is damaged. Target acquired. Target unlocked.
Looks like the artillery just destroyed a tank next to me. So I'm going to keep on moving.
Permission to engage. Target lost. Target acquired. Where'd they go?
So I know that there's a tank right there. Aim a little bit lower. I'm sure I'm unspotted right now. So I'm not going to worry so much about their artillery.
Critical hit. Permission to engage. I don't see the target.
Got to constantly check that map.
Engine damage. We're stuck here.
Gotta get out of here.
Target acquired. Target released. Critical hit. Ready to fire. We're dead for. Everyone get out.
Okay, so I don't think I completed the mission. I'm going to get into another tank. SU152. At some point, if I don't complete this mission with this tank, I'm going to have to upgrade the gun to get the gun that does higher penetration and faster reload and less damage. You only need to get a good 4 or 5 penetrations in order to complete the mission, and I've gotten 4 before, but I've been having trouble getting that 5th penetration. This is a map where you can definitely do it on. If you've got good spotters, then you can definitely sit on the southeast ridge, and if the enemy comes in towards the flag, they might take their time moving down there. I like the tank in general, but I don't like the fact that it's hard to engage the enemy.
Let's go.
If the tank were faster or had a faster reload time, it would make a big difference. I will someday try to do inner city fighting with this tank. I haven't tried it yet, or I haven't done it very much. But it's basically what I have to do in order to get action.
Ready to fire. Where'd they go?
Over here you have to be careful because there's no cover. And I'm not a fearful player. You know, there's a lot of danger here, but I do have some allies. I don't want to be afraid of the enemy.
Ready to fire. Enemy armor is destroyed.
I'm not reloaded, so I can't hit that guy.
We've lost the track. Ready to fire. Target released.
Did a lot of damage at 5,100.
This vehicle has had it.
And unfortunately, I couldn't hit him. I'd rather play in the action and die than sit back and camp. Nothing good there. Okay, let's see if we can upgrade anything. I could get a better radio. The radio is kind of worth it, but I'm not going to get it right now. I'm going to pull out the YAG Tiger. What I had before here was a toolbox. And the toolbox is now on another tank, obviously. Let's see here. I wanted to see how long before he upgrades 17,000. The toolbox could be easily on one of these tanks. There's one. So I'm going to take off the toolbox and I'm going to put it back over here. Toolbox is one of the pieces of equipment that you might want to strongly consider for a tank destroyer, because people will shoot your tracks out more frequently if you have a tank destroyer as opposed to another tank. This tank, the YAG Tiger, can do a lot of damage. I've definitely done a lot of killing with it. It's supposed to have great frontal armor, and there's games when you'll have that frontal armor and nobody will penetrate it, and then there's games when people penetrate it. So I'm going to... I'm going to head to the center of the map. And the reason why is because I want the action. I want to be able to hit targets no matter where they are. I got to get 3,000 hit points of damage. Being in the center of the map gives you more opportunities to find enemy targets, so that's where I'm going to head.
Time to roll out.
See, my allies are very slow to fan out. I don't think they're taking up good positions. I would have to say that they don't know what they're doing. There's way too many of them going up to the mountains. This is an assault game. It's not a sit back and camp game. Because I've been spotted, I got to keep on moving. There's a tank right in front of me.
Target acquired. Target lost.
Yeah, this isn't going to be good.
Target acquired.
They have a spotter behind our lines. I mean, that's how bad it is. They've penetrated our enemy.
Let's go.
They've penetrated our lines. And he's going to go in again. You know, that guy, the Chaffee is fearless.
Ready to fire. Enemy is hit.
I'm going to reverse to increase the distance.
Target. Target acquired.
It helps me become unspotted.
We're dead
Yeah, I mean, look at the map. If you look at this map, our team is doing an absolute lousy job. There's some guys that have taken up some position on the east side. They haven't penetrated yet. There's 7 minutes left in the game. They're just starting. They're not even in a penetration position. A light tank, a medium tank, and a tank destroyer. While we've got a heavy tank camping in the back. You can see on the west side we've lost. The enemy has gone around to a position which we should have had. You know, these guys don't know what they're doing. Maybe they'll win. I don't know.
They killed our driver. We're covering his position, but not very well.
But obviously they're going to go and they're going to kill our artillery any moment now. We're obviously losing this game. Our team didn't do a very good job. So I'm going to get into the SU152. Try again, hope for the best. Hopefully I'll be able to get my 5 penetrations in. This is a map you can definitely do it with. But you need to have spotters. Without spotters, it's a lot more difficult. It used to be really easy on this map. What would happen is the entire enemy team would line up on one hill and our team would line up on the other hill, but they changed the shape of the hills. So people don't do that anymore, which is really sad because I really liked the uniqueness of the battle. I'm going to go to the center of the map again. That's the best I can think of right now. I really want to hit as many tanks as possible to complete my mission. You know, 2,500 damage is a lot. So I'm going to do the center of the map strategy, which means I'm going to go up through these houses over here. And it's very dangerous. There's no doubt about it. It's absolutely dangerous. You know, there's people who say that this is stupid playing. It's absolutely not stupid playing. You don't learn how to play in rough territory by never playing in rough territory. You have to learn, and learning is going to require some failure. And when you succeed really well.
Ready to fire. Enemy armor is destroyed.
There you go. Mr. Finehouse. You can see that I'm on the front lines for my team. The question, I'm coming up with a plan, how do I kill this guy?
Ready to fire. Ready to fire. Target unlocked.
Keep an eye on that map.
Permission to engage. Target unlocked. Ready to fire.
As soon as he started to slow down, I took a shot at him. Because that's when he's vulnerable. Now, obviously we don't have someone in a position to protect the encounter area right now. And that's a failure for our team.
Target acquired. I don't see the target. Target acquired. Target acquired. Target released. You're lucky it didn't blow.
Okay, so I've got a couple different options. Doing the best I can to find a target. Ouch!
Everyone get out.
I was waiting to aim and he took a shot at me. Okay, so I don't think I got enough to get the 3,000 hit points of damage. I probably got, maybe I got 1,500. So I'm going to get into another game with another tank destroyer. Okay, I'm going to go in with the Yag Tiger. The reason why I bought this tank, and I bought this like the first couple of weeks that I started playing World of Tanks, is because I wanted to learn its weaknesses. I wanted to learn what strategies people would use to try and defeat it. And what I learned was that tracking it was its biggest weakness. Mountain Pass is definitely a map where you can succeed with this tank because it's more difficult for people to get around you because people are fearful. They're afraid to do an assault. You know, for me, I don't care. I'm on this map. I'll get behind somebody no matter what. But other people aren't like that. Other people will sit back and camp. So it makes it a lot more secure for people that have a tank destroyer. So I'm going to go to the middle of the map because I hope to be able to get access to more targets from the center of the map.
Time to roll out.
And if things change, I'll move to another section of the map, depending on how the area changes. So I'm going to start out over here. See if we can
Target acquired.
hit some of these guys.
Where'd they go?
You gotta react quickly. I know that there's an enemy target over here, so I'm going to head this way. Don't wait for the enemy to come to you.
Permission to engage.
You want to chase the enemy down.
Target lost. Ready to fire. Enemy armor is hit. Let's find another target. Target acquired. Let's find another target. That one didn't go through. Penetration.
I would have been a lot more aggressive. I would be going around the corner there shooting at those guys. Putting a lot of pressure on them.
We didn't penetrate their armor. We lost half of our engine power. Critical hit.
Okay, so that guy's finally flanking. And flanking is not good for anybody on our side.
We're dead for. Everyone get out.
Basically what's happening is those tanks are going to shoot at faraway targets because it's easier to shoot at a faraway target. They don't have to expose themselves as much. But unfortunately, it's because our team is allowing them to do it. If I were there, I would have suppressed them. I would have made it so that they could never come around that corner. And I would have been the one going around the corner and allowing my team to advance. So this is, you know, our team has a losing position. We're allowing the enemy to come around and take shots at us because the heavy tank guy, the guy with the WZ, he wasn't a very good player. He doesn't know how to suppress the enemy. And that E25 or E75, whatever it is, was going into a flanking position. Why was he doing that? Because our frontline tank was doing a lousy job. And he's making it more dangerous for the rest of the team because he doesn't know how to play. You know, he's afraid to go around the corner. But you want to make those tanks fearful. You want to make them afraid to take shots at us. And it's easy to do. I do it all the time with heavy tanks.
Let's go.
So I'm going to go over here and hope for the best. It's not an easy place to play. Without spotters, this tank is difficult to play. It looks like the Hellcat is moving forward, which is good for me. There's no reason why you want the enemy to take these positions over here. You want the territory to be controlled by us. And it does mean we have to send tanks out there. We have to kill their tanks. We don't just sit there and let the enemy take control.
Target acquired. Where'd they go? Target acquired. Target released.
I wish I could hit that guy.
Permission to engage.
Well, it's too bad my shot missed.
Target released. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Okay, so I got one. We're definitely destroying the enemy team. I'm not going to play fearful, so I'm going to take a shot at this Lux, and then I'm going to start wandering around the map.
They're knocked out.
We definitely did well. We killed their tanks quickly. And we have a general idea of where all their tanks are. Okay, so we've got one tank left in the opposite direction here. I'm sure he'll be dead by the time I get there. Okay, so that's the game. That's the SU152. I had 2 kills. Both of them were moving targets. Let's see how we did. Not so good. Wow, that Jagdtiger is still in battle. Okay, so I'm going to get into another game. I am still trying to complete the mission. 3,000 damage. The best I did today was 2,400 or something like that. 2,000 maybe. The best I've actually done 3,600 in damage with a tank destroyer before, but it was before this mission was announced. So again, I'm going to get near the center of the map. That will allow me to hopefully shoot at more targets. It also will put me in more danger. There will be people who say that's a bad move and it's stupid playing. I say they're wrong. Since I've been playing in the center of the map, I've doubled the number of kills that I get per game. I used to only get 1 or 2 kills per game, and then when I started playing in the center of the map, I started getting 3 or 4 kills per game, even though I haven't done so today. But, you know, today I'm playing the tanks I hate the most. All these tank destroyers. So, I'm going to head towards the center, and it's very difficult on this map. You have to be at the center in order to be able to shoot at tanks. You can't shoot across the center because of the slope of the land. I probably shot too soon. If I waited another second, I would have had a nice shot on him.
I don't see the target.
And keep on moving in case the artillery is aimed at me. You got to get rid of those scouts like the ELC. They cause a lot of problems.
Ready to fire. Where'd they go?
Obviously, I'm trying to hide as much as possible, not having any luck. There's tanks coming around behind us. I'm going to go take a shot at them.
Target acquired. We're immobilized. Permission to engage.
Can't believe I missed. Okay, so we were losing that game. You know, they were coming after us. A Stug 3, I'm very good with a tank like a Stug 3. It's a fixed turret tank. It has a lot more speed and mobility. I think I just need to learn to play a little bit more aggressive. You know, I sat, and while my allies were slowly being killed, unfortunately, didn't see the writing on the wall. Okay, this is the YAG-D Tiger, the YAG Tiger 8.8 centimeter. I would like to sell this tank at some point. Oh, it doesn't have camouflage for the winter. Yeah, I've been playing it for a while, and I think I'm getting around the point where I'd like to sell it. I have too many tanks. I don't have time to play them every day. Okay, so I'm going to head for the east side. I'm going to take a position up in the mountains. This is Erlenberg. It's a defend game. Hopefully we'll have a smart team. Now, a good spotter would go and spot the enemy. I'm going to guess that because our spotter is going to the other side of the map, that we probably aren't going to have a good spotter on the team. And hopefully they'll be stupid and stay back. If they advance, you know, obviously it's going to be difficult. If you watch my Erlenberg assault videos, you know that I assault very quickly, and I often advance the team on the east side, which is why I get a lot of experience points. It looks like the enemy is not doing that because they would have been spotted already by that E-25. Okay, this IS-3 is being really stupid. You really shouldn't do that. As long as he doesn't go any further. But even there, I mean, he's a waste. He can't shoot at anybody from there. And he can't spot anybody. You know, that's not a good position. Especially considering we do have a YAG Tiger on the other side. He should be focusing on that known target, which is there on the other side. Too slow to react. Looks like the E-25 is no longer in a spotting position. The key to defending is not to hide, but to spot and watch the enemy, and when the enemy comes, take a shot and hide, and keep on doing that. The IS-3 is in a position where he's not doing either. You know, there's plenty of places to hide. There's a bush and that building.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Now, since I was spotted, I'm going to roll back because it's way better to become unspotted. You have a huge advantage when the enemy can't see you. That Yag Tiger is advancing.
Ready to fire.
I wish I had the elevation.
Penetration. Where'd they go?
Yeah, you can see that the enemy is afraid to advance. They're not doing very well at all. Going a lot further than I wanted to. I wouldn't go past this house. But I gotta complete that mission, so...
Ready to fire. The radio man is bleeding. We can't rely on him. Ready to fire. Where'd they go? Permission to engage. Enemy armor is destroyed.
I need to get kills. I can't sit back and wait, so... And we're not that far ahead. But I'm not going to be stupid. I'm only going to go if the tank next to me is also going. So it'll be at least 2-on-1. And you really want to be on the other side for that added protection. Use the hill as protection so people in the center of the map can't shoot at me. You know, the enemy tank, he's obviously a coward. He's hiding or running away. Who knows what he's doing. There's a T-29 camping out in the back here. I'm going to head in his direction, so if he gets respotted, I'll be able to shoot at him.
Target acquired. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Like so.
Target acquired. Penetration. I don't see the target.
So we've got artillery and 2 more tanks. This is not a safe way to cross. Keep on moving. Just have 1 artillery left. And I think he's somewhere in the north there, yeah. Because I saw him earlier on the west side. Yeah, definitely on our side, the enemy did a lousy job. They really didn't assault at all. You can't wait on these assault maps. You know, the clock is ticking. You need to assault immediately. We did pretty good for the team, number 4. I didn't get enough damage. I'm going to try again with the SU152. So again, my mission is 3,000 hit points of damage. I don't know. This is one of those maps where it's difficult to complete the mission on this map, especially since we're going up against higher tier tanks. You know, they're tier 7. So I'm probably going to go on the east side. I'm sorry, the west side. I'm going to go on the west side. And I'm not going to be too far back.
Time to roll out.
Because I found that when you're too far back, usually you don't get a lot of opportunities. So I'm going to move a little bit more forward. But I'm going to try to hide in the trees as much as possible. You can see our team has gone pretty far down, and the enemy's hiding way back there. It's too bad I missed that Wolverine. Really want to hit him. Would have been nice if I had a shot on that KV-1. Hopefully now I'll get him.
Where'd they go?
Come on.
Ready to fire.
The whole team went on this side. That's terrible playing.
I don't see the target.
I mean, you gotta wonder where these people learn how to play. We don't need to have the whole entire team on one side of the map.
Ready to fire.
Oh! Can't believe I missed them.
Ready to fire. Target acquired. Let's find another target. Target acquired. Enemy armor is destroyed. Target acquired. Where'd they go?
Wasted a shot. Okay, so when your whole team is on the same side of the map, you have to push really fast, and you have to go to the enemy base and cap them, because you're leaving your base vulnerable, and the enemy can roll right into our base. There's only one tank stopping them from doing it. So that's the strategy you have to use to prevent against them capping us. Remember, our whole team is here, which means that our other side is completely undefended.
Ready to fire. Target unlocked. Target acquired. Penetration. We're done for. Everyone get out.
Okay, so I'm going to get into another game. I can't believe it. Our whole team was there, and if you notice the map, they were nowhere near the base. They're sitting in the corner somewhere. What are they doing? It's like they have absolutely no idea what they're doing. I'm going to put my crew into the E25. And I'm going to play some E25. E25 is a really fun tank, but you really got to commit to it. You don't want to stop playing it for a while because you'll lose practice. It needs camouflage. When there's a discount on the camouflage, I'll pay for permanent camouflage. You know, you can have a lot of fun with this tank. You can really have an advantage, but you really got to practice, and playing different tanks can distract you from the techniques that you need to play with this tank. The T1 Heavy, that tank next to me, that was one of the best tanks I played in the game, and I look forward to getting it again someday. For me, it was a killing machine. I ran around and I was getting 6, 7, 8 kills. I'm going to go to the other side, which is that way.
Time to roll out.
And I'm going to shoot out in the open. And I'm going to use my speed as an advantage. 2.5 second reload. Maybe I'll go down and kill their artillery. That would be fun. Can be very dangerous going down this way.
Permission to engage. Enemy armor is damaged. Penetration.
You just get in front of me.
Penetration.
It's like, why did that Cromwell have to go there? Oh, well, he probably wanted to shoot at that target.
Where'd they go?
But you got to remember, everybody knows where I am now, so they're going to come after me.
Target acquired. Penetration. Enemy armor is hit. Target lost. Ready to fire. Target released. Target acquired. Penetration. They're knocked out. Target acquired. Penetration. They're knocked out.
You can see that their scout did make it all the way to our base. Very dangerous. Now the enemy knows that we're in their territory.
Ready to fire. Enemy armor is damaged. We're done for. Everyone get out.
Okay, so I got 3 kills. Killed 2 SPGs, I think? I don't know. I got 3 kills. That was pretty good. But, you know, you're not going to get 3,000 hit points. You need to have like 30 hits, 30 penetrations. Okay, so I'm going to get into another game with the SU152. I am pretty sure that mission is still there. Yeah, 3,000 hit points. Obviously, it's going to be a lot more difficult. Well, one of the advantages of being in a game like this, which is Tier 9, it looks like, is that the enemy tanks have more hit points. And that means that it's going to be technically easier because it requires more hits to kill them. There's a lot. The pool of hit points out there is a lot greater in this game, which means that there's a potential I could get to 3,000. It would be nice if I had a higher penetrating gun. But this is the game that's going to make me decide whether or not I need to switch to that higher penetrating gun or not.
Time to roll out.
So I'm going to head for... I'd like to go to the center of the map, but I am worried a little about enemy tanks killing me. So I'm going to play a little cautious at first, see if we can get some lucky shots in. Tree fell right there. So I've got a lot of allies over here. I think it's pretty safe for me to keep on advancing. Unfortunately, I won't be able to penetrate their armor.
Ready to fire. Target unlocked. We're immobilized.
I got hit by artillery. You don't want that.
Ready to fire. Where'd they go? Target acquired. That one bounced.
The only thing I can do is run.
We're done for. Everyone get out.
Oh, so sorry. I didn't expect... I mean, that was obviously a dumb move. But there's little you can do. I mean, you have to fight. If you sit back and snipe, I mean, there's hardly anything to hit. And if you're able to hit them, that means that the enemy's winning. And if the enemy's winning, then your time is still limited. It's not like the enemy is just going to sit there and let you shoot at them. They're going to come and they're going to get you. So you really don't have that many choices. If you want strategy for tank destroyers, you know, I know that there's a lot of people that are really good at tank destroyers. I'm not one of them. I think I'm going to go to
Move out.
the northeast. because it's good for this type of a tank. Long ways to shoot, long path, and I can shoot more than once. I shoot quite rapidly. It'll be hard for them to get around the side of me. You want to control the center area, but your team has to support you. And obviously, if I'm confronted by someone who's too powerful, I'm going to hit the reverse and get out of here. Nobody came.
We didn't even scratch them. We didn't penetrate their armor. We didn't penetrate their armor. We didn't penetrate their armor. Enemies hit. We're done for. Everyone get out.
Okay, well that didn't work out. And people say, well, you played stupid. I didn't play stupid. How am I supposed to know that 4 enemy tanks are suddenly going to show up, Obviously, I should have retreated to save my life. But I did check. I looked to see what my health was, and it said that I did have some health. And there were targets I wanted to shoot at. Unfortunately, they were all shooting back at me. One of the things that I'm not very good at is I do need to withdraw. I need to be better at withdrawing when I've got low hit points. When I'm like a 1-kill tank, I need to get better at withdrawing. And that's an example where you really have to decide real quick what you're going to do. And I might not have been able to make it. It's possible I might have tried to withdraw and they would have got me anyway. That's why it's important when you're in that position to get as many hits as you can. Don't waste any time. Just shoot and shoot and shoot. I'm going to move up to the house probably. Try not to knock anything down. That's too bad. Not good.
But not very well. Target lost. Ready to fire.
They had a lot of tanks over there. They were shooting me on the side. Obviously, I should have gone around the other side of the house. There were no bushes there, but that's one of the lessons that you learn when you play the game. Sell this tank, get 515,000, but I still need 2 million to buy that tank. Okay, so I want to play the SU152. It's in the game. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.